So, I said what I said, it is what it is, and that's that. But, let's dive into it, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone, as we're rolling down the road on the Blue Moon. Man, it's been a while. Feels like it's been forever since I've been on the Blue Moon on the channel. But of course, for the new folks here, if you are new here, welcome in. My name is T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content and any kind of content really. If you are new here, I invite you to go watch a few of my videos, and if you think I'm right for you, maybe consider giving us a subscribe, a like, share, all that good stuff. If you're old here, welcome back. You know what's going on as we're rolling out on the Blue Moon on a beautiful 69-degree day. But if you are new here and you don't know the bike, or you haven't seen me ride the bike, this bike right here, Blue Moon, is my 97 Dyna Super Glide. This bike traces its lineage all the way back to the beginning of the channel. Of course, I began the channel on a 1984 Tour Glide called the Midnight Express, and then later on I traded the Midnight Express for Blue Moon. So Blue Moon is the OG here. And speaking of OGs, let's welcome Jasmine Ty to the channel. She is subscriber number 470. So Jasmine gets to be my number 470. And that kind of brings up an interesting question. Did any of you other guys remember what number you subscribed to my channel at? Because I don't have that kind of information. But if you remember, drop down there in the comments and let us know. And you know, Jasmine is a superstar, guys. I didn't realize till I got subscribed to her channel and started going through her stuff. She is a bona fide superstar. She sings. She actually done a real good cover, two good covers that I enjoyed. She done Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats, and then she did a cover of the band Perry, If I Die Young. Two great songs. Of course, I enjoy Carrie Underwood and the band Perry, both. So yeah, Jasmine, we're just, you know, country folks around here. I am in the South, North Georgia. A lot of people on in the chat, if you do make it to the live premiere chat, and you are here now, got probably the Georgia Hillbilly will be there. He's right here, same area I'm in. Flipping the Blue Mule is about 25 minutes away from me, 30 minutes up the road. Recycle Hooligan is just right across the line in Fort Payne, Alabama. So pull you up a cold glass of iced tea, put your flip-flops on, and welcome to the southern portion of YouTube. Oh man, but I'll tell you what, guys, it seems like I might have kicked over a hornet's nest here with that video I put out last week. You know, guys, I'm not going to do a rebuttal, and I'm not going to apologize, but listen, I understand that if they're big, well, you know, of course, you can go back and watch last week's video. I'm not going to go over all that again, but I understand if they've got a couple 100,000 subscribers that they can't go watch every person who is subscribed to their channel. But there are those that are subscribed to their channel who are there no matter what. But y'all just assumed who I was talking about. I never actually named anyone in that video. I grouped it together as all of the bigger YouTube channels. So all I'm going to say, I'm not sorry for what I said. It is what it is. I said what I said, and I'm not going to reverse it. But I never said anybody in particular. I never stated a channel, a name, or anything. Y'all just assumed who I was talking about. So that's a you problem. That ain't a me problem. And that's really all I'm going to give that in this video. But yeah, guys, the Blue Moon is back on the channel. OG Blue Moon. You know, when I first got this bike, a lot of y'all might have remember watching that video when I had traded up Midnight Express for this bike. And it took me a little while to warm up to this bike, but of course I had to do a lot of stuff to it and change things on it to make it more my bike. And I have had opportunities to get rid of this bike, and I come right to the precipice of getting rid of it, and then I back out. This bike has kind of grown on me. Actually, this is one of the bike, if I'm just going to jump on with my shell helmet and I'm not recording any content and I'm coming home to grab a bike and just take off and go ride, more times than not, it's on this bike that I take off on. So that tells you what you need to know about me and the old Blue Moon here and what our relationship is. But you know, I know there's a lot going on, guys. It's getting to be the right kind of weather. I know a lot of people are getting their plans put into motion for upcoming videos and stuff like that. I know Hooligan is getting ready to hopefully get to be able to get the tires put on the Devil's Daughter here pretty soon, and he's got a couple of rides that he's wanting to get in and get some video shot, and he's still working on his video and audio setup, getting everything for moto vlogging set up hopefully. And you know, I know we also got some folks who watch our channel that's not doing too good health-wise. Flipping the Blue Mule being one. You know, we've been talking. I've been Flips. You know, Flips' health may be getting to the point which he mentioned last week in the premiere last week, that you know, he had a while back had said that he may be swapping the Blue Mule for a Lowrider ST, and then I asked him about it again, and you know, he said he may be quitting riding, and I hate that. I really do. I hate to see anybody's health get to the point to where they just can't do the thing that they love to do anymore, and you know, it just breaks my heart. And then of course we also got Matt, 9 Mills on 2 wheels. Matt just had surgery done on his foot, and of course he's got stage 4 cancer that he's battling, and you know, we just want these guys to know that you know, they're in our thoughts and our prayers, and our hearts are with them. But tell you what, guys, let me get a little go-go juice in Blue Mule here, or Blue Moon, Blue Mule's baby brother, Blue Moon, and see if we can't get out of town. But I'll get back with you in just a second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to stop and get just a little push water, go-go juice, gasoline, petroleum, whatever you want to call it. I call it a rough day when you have to get gasoline, because I only run premium with my bikes, and of course it's $3.99 a gallon right now, so that may cut a lot of content this summer short if those gas prices keep crawling up the way they are. I mean, back in early 2000s when the gas prices went up, it was George Bush's fault, according to some. So I'm assuming now it's Joe Biden's fault. So appreciate you, Joe. Good looking out. But I'm not getting political on this channel about anything. But if we're gonna blame one, let's just blame the other one too. But anyway, tell you what, guys, I've got a couple of things coming up that I'm wanting to try to do. I know I had talked about doing the Bora Bora on my history video, and I'm still going to do that. But I've got a concept in mind for that one that I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work. I've just got to actually find the time to get a hold of the museum and talk to those folks over there. And hopefully I'm going to be able to do that pretty quick. But with spring coming on, I've still got to get Big Papi into Milkman. Got to get tires put on. 3-hole oil change, get Big Papa. And of course, if you're new here and you don't know who Big Papa is, that is the jewel in the crown of Rolling with T-Bone. Of course, Big Papa is my 2003 Fat Boy, anniversary edition Fat Boy, my Cadillac. And in the summertime, when me and R1 are riding in content, most likely you'll be seeing a lot of time spent with Big Papa, because that's the travel bike. And I went back through some of my older videos, and I know I've done a couple of one video actually on the Tail of the Dragon. I've done a video on the Cherahalla. They don't have big numbers. So now that the channel has grown, and now that we're starting to pick up in members, our Rolling with T-Bone crew's getting bigger here. I plan on shooting some content on both of those again sometime this spring, summer, early summer. I usually like to try to do the Dragon early as I can, because as soon as the weather's right and the road kind of gets cleared off from all the travel, the gravel and stuff, the road's not so dirty, man, the crotch rockets descend onto the Tail of the Dragon. So I usually try to get that ride in. And of course, the Cherahalla, I do the Cherahalla, we actually do that ride probably a couple of 2 or 3 times a year. Of course, the OGs know that the Cherahalla is my absolute favorite ride. I believe it's R1's favorite ride, but I'm down to do the Cherahalla anytime as long as I've got time. But now, that's one thing about the Cherahalla, that is a all-day ride. It takes us all day to do the Cherahalla, so I have to make sure that I've got the time allotted to do the Cherahalla Skyway. And the Dragon, again, that's another one that's an all-day ride for me. I'm probably roughly right at about an hour, if you don't do a whole lot of stopping between here and Robbinsville. I'm probably right at about an hour, maybe just a little over an hour away from Robbinsville, which puts me about an hour and a half away from the Cherahalla. And of course, the Dragon's a little bit further away, so I'm probably closer to about an hour 45 minutes, 2 hours from the Tail of the Dragon. But you know, the Dragon's one of them you want to try to leave as early in the morning as you can. And if you're going to ride it out and then come back down, you want to try to do that and get back to Robbinsville as quick as you can. Or if you're going to ride on through to Marable, you still want to try to do that as quick as you can, because once you get on the backside of the Tail of the Dragon, you start going toward Marable. There's several cool places to stop out there, buy souvenirs, stuff like that, if that's what you do. Man, my visor on my helmet is dirty. Sorry, squirrel. I gotta clean this visor up. But anyway, not to get completely sidetracked or completely lost, but yeah, I'm wanting to try to get those rides in, guys. And you know, I've been listening to other content creators, not just necessarily moto vloggers, but I've kind of been watching what's happening in the YouTube trending world, we'll just say. And one of the things that's been happening is I've noticed a lot of content creators are saying that they believe that the content that the content that brought them to the dance basically is starting to get old. I know I'd heard Recycled Hooligan. I went back and rewatched his live that I missed last Saturday, because usually I'm not home by then when he starts his lives. But I'd heard him saying there that there was some of the channels that he had been following, that he had kind of got bored with. And I've been listening to some of the creators say, you know, hey, the formula that that brought me to the table, and in fact the formula that made my channel popular, I believe is starting to wane a little bit, to change. So I know people's been reaching out in their own YouTube page, and they've been kind of finding out, you know, what their followers have been wanting them to do, or, you know, for me, this is what it is. This is what it's going to be. Now I do talking head videos sometimes. I do business visits sometimes. You know, I'll pop into a business and put them on the channel. But for the most part, this is just me talking. You know, this formula seems to still work good. You know, and the thing about YouTube is that there's so much going on YouTube, and it's so versatile. You can find what you want to watch. I mean, you know, and we all do something different is what I like about it. You know, we all shoot. We're all in the moto vlogging sphere, but we all go about it different ways, and we all shoot different types of content. Even two channels where the guys are doing exactly what I'm doing, you're getting two different types of content. You know, like Blue Bike and Doyle, he's got a very cool thing that he's doing where each month he does a segment called Oh Did You Know, like the month of March, and he tells you a lot of historical things that have happened in the month of March, which I'm a big history buff. And if you haven't checked out the Blue Bike and Doyle's channel, go check out Doyle is hilarious, guys. I'm not kidding. This dude has got a great sense of humor. He's got pretty good comedic timing, and he got a crown. I need a crown in my life. That's all there is to it. I need a crown on my head. I don't know why. I just need one. But nonetheless, I digress. But, you know, it's... And this is kind of, if I'm going to talk about maybe some of the things that I've learned from shooting YouTube videos, is there's no exact formula for how to make this work. If there is an exact formula, I wish somebody would put it in my comments so I could copy it down and use it. Meaning, not to mean that I want to blow up and become a big YouTube superstar, no. Sometimes I would just like a little consistency on my channel. If you go through my videos and you look at the views on my page are all over the place. They range from 34,000 all the way down to 70. Like the surprise video, the video I released last Thursday now. No, it'd be Thursday before last. 70 views. It is what it is, but you know, there's not an exact formula, so I just try to keep consistent with what I do. You know, because when I'm looking for YouTube content, I'm looking for consistency. You know, but you can find, you know, comedy. Blue Bike and Doyle's channel. Shade Tree Surgeon does a lot of funny stuff. You know, he's just got one of them funny, you know, funny personalities about him. If you want to work on a bike, or if you love old bikes and you love watching them drive the guys who are trying to build them crazy, then you've got Hippie's Chopper Corner, you got X's Chopper Blog, and then of course you got Slickhead Customs. And go check all those three guys out and tell them T-Bone sent you. It won't get you nothing, but you know, just let them know we're invading them. We're the disease that's coming to them. But yeah, guys, that's pretty well much it for today. Just a little bit that I got going on. Just beautiful weather out here, man. I tell you what, though, we had some cold weather a couple of days ago. It dropped back down into the 30s, and then we didn't even get up out of the 40s one day. And I'm telling you, that's hard on an old country boy. We're still not into, we go through two different periods in the spring. And they usually start around the end of March, 1st of April. We go through 2 different periods. One of them is called dogwood winter, which is when the dogwood trees start to bloom. Our temperatures will dip back down then. And then later on in the month, the blackberries start blooming and our temperature goes back down a little bit. And then we experience blackberry winter. And each one of those lasts anywhere from 2 days up to 7 or 8 days. It just really depends on the weather pattern. But we still got to get through those. But we will. And then we'll be into squid weather, baby. And I'll tell you now, if you join my channel in the winter time and you have not seen me ride in the summer yet, I do squid. I do. So if you can't live with the motorcycle rider on his channel squidding, then I may not be for you. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, I think that's pretty well much where I'm going to drop this video off at, as I'm just out scooting around on the Blue Moon having a good time. See, this bike right here, guys, I can kind of get wild with this bike, get a little loose with this bike, go to woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I know this bike. I've learned this bike. This bike's got some quirks too. Let me tell you, this bike right here has got issues and quirks. Not issues, but quirks. This bike needs to be on some kind of medicine. And right now, the medicine it's on is freaking $3.99 a gallon gas. So, behave. But anyway, before I completely flip out, guys, just remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you haven't yet, go check out some more of my videos if you're new here. And see if I'm right for you, like I said in the opening. If you stayed around to this video, if you're here now and you started at the beginning of this video, hit that like button. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm, and it also lets me know that you've hung around to the end of the video. But guys, until the next time, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and hey, thanks for watching. Still the loudest motorcycle I own too.